Squad, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Jasmine and welcome to my channel. Today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys some beginner warm-up exercises that you guys can do on the ice when you're warming up before you start doing like jumps or spins or whatever, before you just do anything in skating. So basically, these exercises that I'm going to be showing you guys, I'm going to do them down this blue line right here because today it's pretty foggy and I just want to make sure that you guys are able to see everything I'm doing. But whenever you're warming up, it's recommended that you go all the way around the rink, like that side all the way down, all the way around that side and all the way back, and just basically like repeat the exercise all the way down the ice, because that's usually what I do and that's just the best way to do it, especially when you're warming up, because you don't want to take up the room going across the ice like this. So yeah, we're gonna get started with our warm-up exercises and I hope that you guys enjoy. So these exercises are not like in a specific order, so you guys can either follow the order that I'm gonna be showing you guys in this video, or you can just do them in whatever order you want. And if you can't do an exercise, just try your hardest and you can modify any of them to make it easier for you to do. I'm just showing you guys what you're supposed to be trying and what are some good exercises for beginners to be able to warm up and get your muscles nice and warm before you start skating. First exercise that I have for you guys are just outside edges, forwards and backwards. So basically what you're going to be doing for this one is you're going to start in either a T position at the end of the rink, and we're going to have our arms opposite our legs. So I have my left leg in front and my right leg behind, so I'm going to have my right arm in front and my left arm next to me. So basically we're just going to bend our knees and we're going to push off, hold an outside edge, bring our feet together, drop our arms, and then we're just going to push off, do the other edge, and just repeat this all the way down the ice. And we're going to try and make our edges nice and even and just hold them for as long as we can. So then after we complete the forward side, we're going to go and we're going to complete the back side. You can either complete the back side on another lap, so do one lap of forwards and then one lap of backwards, or you can just do one side forwards and then the other side backwards. So for backwards, what we're going to be doing is, again, we're going to stand, we're going to have both our feet next to each other, we're going to have our arms the same way that we had them before. I'm going to turn in my right leg and I'm going to have my right arm in front of me, and I'm going to bring it out, push out, and just kind of do nice backward edges, making sure that we're switching our arms. And we're going to do this all the way down the ice just so that we can warm up our forward and backwards outside edges. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing outside lunges. So when we're doing our lunges, we're going to start off in a nice T position, and I'm going to have my left foot in front, my right foot behind. I'm going to have my right arm in front of me and my left arm to the side. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to push off into like kind of like this lunge position. So as you guys can tell, one of my foot is like more in front of me, which is my left foot, and my right foot is kind of out to the side. My left foot is bent and my right foot is extended on the ice, but I'm not lifting my foot up at all. So this whole time both feet are going to be on the ice, and what we're going to be doing is we're going to twist into our circle. So we're going to basically go lunge like this, we're twisting into our circle, then we're going to drop and I bring everything together, and we're going to twist and lunge the opposite direction. So we're just going to do that all the way down the ice. And when we're doing these, we just want to make sure that we're holding our edges all the way back to the inside, and we want to make sure that we're using our arms to drop them, and we're switching it every single time we go into one of our new lunges. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing these double half pumps. So we were just doing our lunges, which are basically similar to one pump, so we're just going to double that. So we're going to basically get into our same starting position like so. What we're going to do is we're going to take our right leg, which is for me, you could also reverse this and do it the other way, start it the other way, but what we're going to be doing is we're going to go, and I'm just going to do one pump, bring together, and then another pump all the way back. So we're just basically doing two pumps. So the first pump is going to take us to the top of our circle right here, and we're going to do one more pump, which is going to bring us all the way back to our starting line. And then we're going to drop our arms, switch them, and we're going to do our pumps going the other direction. And when you're doing this exercise, you want to make sure that you're always pumping the leg that's on the outside of the circle. So basically, I don't want to be going this way and pumping my inner foot. You always want to make sure that you're pumping the foot that's on the outside. So we're just going to go, and we're going to go 1, 2, and then switch. And we're going to do this all the way down the ice, and this is just basically warming up our edges and our pumping and our knee bend, like so, and then we're just going to go all the way back. And it's important to always bring your legs back together before switching edges, and it'll make it a lot easier for you guys. So now what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing some inside edges. So I'm going to get into a T position. I'm going to have my right foot in front of me with my left foot behind me, and I'm going to have left arm in front and right arm to the side. So I'm going to bend my knees. I'm just going to push off, and we're going to be doing like these quick inside edges. So we're not going to be holding them for as long as we did for when we were doing the outside edges. So what we're going to do is we're just going to push off, switch our arms and bring our foot in front, and just do the same thing all the way down, but we're going to try to speed it up a little bit, so it's going to move a little bit quicker. And this is basically just working on getting like that quick twitch before it, like starting to do jumps or spins or something. So we're just going to go here, through, here, through. You just want to make sure that you're always bringing your foot all the way through, and you're switching your arms to follow your feet. And they're going to be pretty quick, so if you have to start off a little bit slower, you can, but in the end, you want to be able to go pretty quick, and you don't want the edges to be super deep, because that's going to allow you to do them a little bit quicker if your edges are like a little bit small. Now what we're going to be doing is we're going to start to slowly get into more knee bend and just working on edge exercises. So we're going to start off with swizzles, and everyone knows how to do swizzles. We learn them in the basic skills. So what we're going to be trying to do is we're going to try and make them a little bit harder. So what we're going to do here is sometimes you can either get some speed before you do your swizzles, or you can stop and then start them from standstill, which makes them even harder. But what we're going to try and do is we're going to stand at the end of the rink, and we're just going to have our arms nice and strong out to the side. We're going to bend our knees, and we're going to try and do nice and deep swizzles. So obviously you don't want to end up going into the splits when you're doing your swizzles, but you want to try and go as deep as you can, and this is really going to help even more with your knee bend, and it's just going to work on leg strength overall. So we're just going to try and go, and we're going to try and do some deep swizzles. And if you are doing them right, then you want to have a second push kind of whenever you get to like the top of your circle. So you should be able to kind of feel it. I don't know if you guys are able to hear my blades, but whenever I do my swizzles, when I go out, and you can hear that second edge when I'm doing my swizzle. And that's kind of like a second push, and then whenever you're doing it, it's going to help you guys accelerate whenever you're doing it, and that's going to help you guys get enough speed to make it all the way down the rink. So we're going to be doing the same thing, and we're going to do backward swizzles. So we're going to try and do the same thing and make them a little bit deeper. But again, I just want to basically tell you guys, so when we're going to go back, there's a second push at the top of your circle, which is what's going to help bring you back, and it's going to accelerate you. So I can go out super slow, but it's going to bring me back super fast to where I started. So we're going to go out, in, and we're just basically working on bending our knees. And when we're doing backward swizzles, you want to make sure that you keep your back nice and straight. You don't want to lean forward, since we're going to be on our toe picks, and you don't want to lean too far forward, or else we're going to fall forwards while we're doing our swizzles. But we just want to basically have some nice speed and some nice deep swizzles. What we're going to be doing is we're going to do back swizzle jumps. So these are a little bit harder for beginners, but it's still good to try. And if you are able to do it, you can skip over or just try and just do backward swizzles again. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to start obviously backwards. I'm going to do one small backward swizzle, and then I'm going to do another one. And then on my third swizzle, I'm going to come out, And when I'm out, my legs are gonna be kind of like far out, but we want them to be like shoulder width apart. We don't want them super far out. So these, we have to do smaller swizzles, not super deep ones. So my legs are shoulder width apart, and what I'm gonna just do is I'm gonna hop up, tap my feet, and I'm gonna land back, and I'm just gonna finish the swizzle. So basically it's 2 swizzles, and on the third one, once we make it to that halfway mark, we're gonna do a jump. So let me show you guys what it's supposed to look like. So it's just swizzle, swizzle, jump, and we're gonna finish the swizzle, and then we just keep going. So swizzle, swizzle, jump, and keep going. And again, it's okay if you're not able to do this, but we just want to keep working on it, and eventually you will be able to do it. And this is just a good exercise, especially if you're starting to work on your jumps and you want to get some more speed when you're going into them. And it just basically warms you up and gets you ready for that explosive power. So now what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing some cross rolls. So what we're going to do is we're going to get into our T position, just like so, with our arms opposite of our legs, and we're just going to push, bring our foot, and we're going to bring it around us, and we're going to bring it to the front, and we're going to cross. This foot that is crossed under, we're actually going to take it, we're going to bring it up. So this is going to be crossed under, we're going to bring it up, and we're going to switch edge, bring it all the way around, cross over, just like this. So we're going to just basically be going like around. We're going to do cross, and we're changing edge to get back to our original spot. So most people don't really do their cross rolls super deep, which is okay. You don't have to go super deep or make them super big. Just some nice, simple crosses. You just want to make sure that once you cross, you're switching the direction that you're turning, so you're not doing a crossover. So you're not going like this onto an inside edge and then trying to switch, which is going to make it a lot harder. So what we're going to do is we're just going to push, cross, and we're just going to be looking where we're going and make sure we're going nice and straight. Now what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing a 3-turn step out crossover, and you might have seen a lot of people do this exercise because it's, again, really good for just warming up everything. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a nice outside 3-turn. We're going to step out to the side, crossover, and then we're just going to step forward again, 3-turn, step out, crossover, and we're just going to repeat that all the way down the ice. And then what we're going to be doing is we're going to switch legs, and we're going to do the 3-turn step out and crossover on the other foot. So we're going to go here, we're going to 3-turn, step out, crossover, 3-turn, step out, crossover. So one thing that you want to make sure that you keep in mind when you are doing this exercise is you don't want to whip your 3-turn around, or else you won't be able to move all the way down the ice. So you're going to look like kind of like this, and we don't want that. So you want to make sure that you're nice and checked on your 3-turn, and you want to have your arms in the opposite position that I showed you guys from your T-stop. We're going to go 3-turn, check your arms, and you're just going to step out. So when I do my 3-turns, I don't move my arms at all, which helps me a little bit when I'm trying to check them. So you're going to just push, and you're basically just turning your foot on the ice, and then you're going to step out and cross over. So basically, if you think about it, I have my right arm in front of me the entire time I'm doing this exercise, which is going to help you guys keep that direction that you're going. Doing is we're going to be doing a thing called champion stroking, and this is the thing that I always do at the end of every single warm-up, but it's pretty simple and you guys can just scale it down a little bit. And this is also a great warm-up for when you have a 5-minute warm-up at a competition and you just need something real quick to do. Whenever I get on a 5-minute warm-up, I always jump on the ice, do 1 lap of champion stroking, and then I get into my jumps because it basically helps you warm everything up. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to start at the edge of the rink. Usually when I do it, I take up the entire ice with 1 pattern, but if you are a beginner, keep in mind that it might take 3 or 4 patterns for you to be able to make it all the way down the ice, which is okay. So we're just going to work on it, and what we're going to do is we're going to push, we're going to do a right mohawk, right inside mohawk, and then we're going to step out, we're going to hold, and then we're going to switch direction with a crossover, and then we're going to step forwards, do another inside mohawk, step out behind into a landing position. So I'm going to show you guys again what that looks like a little bit quicker. So we're just going to go, we're going to step, mohawk, step out, cross over, step forward, another mohawk into a nice landing position. And then if you want to repeat that, once you are in the landing position, you're just going to step forwards and then just repeat the pattern another time. And you can also do this both legs. I usually only do it on one side, but it is good to do it on both. So again, we're just going to go, we're going to push, mohawk, step out, cross over, step forward, mohawk, landing position. So this is a really, really good exercise because it combines everything that you need to warm up. It combines knee bend, turns, quick twitch, everything. It's a great exercise. And again, if you are looking for the best exercise to do on 5-minute warm-ups, I recommend this one. So the next exercise that we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing crossover hold. So this one is pretty similar to the other one, except we're not going to be doing a 3-turn. So what we're going to do is we're just going to do a nice outside crossover, and we're going to step out with the leg that was crossed under, and we're going to do a nice inside edge. We're going to step on a bent leg, and then we're just going to bring our arm around and straighten our knee. So we're just going to go here, push, cross, over, and then inside edge. And then we're just going to do cross, over, inside edge, and then another one. So basically the inside edge, we're not going to be holding all the way back to the line that we were starting on. What we're just going to do is we're going to do inside edge to the top, another crossover back to where we started, and then we're going to push. So basically it's half of a circle for the edge and then half of the circle for the crossover. So I'm going to show you guys what that looks like. All right, so I'm basically just going to do one of the exercises to show you guys, kind of so that you guys can kind of get an idea of what they look like out big. I'm not sure how well you will be able to see it because it is really foggy today, but I will try my best and I hope that you guys will be able to watch. So I'm just going to basically do the 3-turn crossover one that I was telling you guys about. So I'm going to do that, and then maybe this will help you guys understand a little bit more of how you're supposed to be doing it on pattern. Okay, so that is all of the exercises that I have to share with you guys. I hope that you guys enjoyed, and I hope that some of these exercises you guys are able to add into your warm-up routine, or if you didn't have a warm-up routine, maybe you have one now. But I hope that you guys enjoyed, and if you guys have any other requests for the videos that you'd like to see, leave them down below in the comments, and I'd be happy to do those for you guys. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Love you guys. Bye!